Lately I've been noticing something very interesting happening in parts of the Florida housing market. Homes are being listed, they sit for a few weeks, and then suddenly the price changes. $10,000, $20,000, sometimes much more. So naturally people start asking the same question. Are Florida home prices starting to fall? Or is something else happening behind the scenes that most buyers and sellers just don't fully understand yet? Because when you actually look at what's going on right now, these price cuts are not always what people think they are. And several forces are quietly pushing sellers to adjust their prices. Today I want to walk through what may actually be happening in the Florida housing market, why price reduction are appearing more often, and what buyers and sellers should understand about this moment in the market. The first thing to understand is this. A housing market usually doesn't go from hot to crash overnight. Most of the time, it goes through a phase where things simply begin to slow down. Homes stay listed longer, buyers become more cautious, and sellers start to adjust expectations. That's when price reductions start showing up. There are a few major factors behind this. First, buyer costs have changed. Mortgage rates are higher than they were a few years ago. We've seen a little relief. Insurance in Florida has become a major consideration. And when buyers run the full financial numbers, the total monthly cost sometimes changes what they are willing to pay. Second, buyers are becoming more selective again. See, when homes were selling instantly, buyers had to move very fast. But when homes sit longer, buyers regain time to think, compare, and negotiate. And third, some sellers are still pricing homes based on what the market looked like a year or two or more ago. If buyers aren't responding to that price, the market eventually sends a signal. And that signal often shows us that the price reduction is maybe necessary at that time. So, when you see price cuts appearing in the Florida housing market, it doesn't automatically mean a crash is happening. Sometimes it simply means the market is adjusting and finding a new balance. But it does tell us something important. Buyers and sellers are entering a different phase of the market than we've seen over the past few years. And understanding that shift can make a big difference when making a real estate decision for buyers and sellers. If you're watching the Florida housing market right now, I'd be curious to hear what you're seeing, where you're at. Are homes sitting longer in your area? Or are prices starting to adjust? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more breakdowns of what's happening in Florida housing market, make sure to subscribe.